Shalom, shalom, shalom. This is Brother Kwame Allah coming at you with another lesson. Before I get into this lesson, I'd like to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rahakodash. Double honor to the elder apostles at Great Millstone who teach and rule well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. All right, this lesson was sparked by the last camp where they was going into how the kingdom of heaven is, elected into a net, And it was a lesson I thought about, and also forgot about. It was brought back up to the spirit by the brothers at the camps. We're going to get into this lesson. All right. This is Jeremiah 16:16. It says, "Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shah." And the fishers is these prophets out here, the hopeful elect that's out here selling the elect, Lord willing, before these times and troubles to come. All right. It says, "And they shall fish them, and after will I send for many hunters." All right. And because when the Lord come back, bodies will be changed, and there will be a new mission, which is to gather the elites and the other heathen nations, all right, for their judgment, for the rest of their judgment, their aboundment for time for them thousand years. Salaki. It says, "And they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill," all right, because there are going to be bunkers in these mountains, all right, and hills, all right, and out of the holes of the rocks, even in the grounds, all right, which you already can see on YouTube. You got high level people who got them, rich people, I could say, even famous people. Even Kanye was talking about it. His crazy ass. But this is Matthew 4:18. It says, "And Yahushua walking by the Sea of Galilee, and saw two brethren, Simon called Peter, and Andrew his brother, casting nets into the sea, for they were fishers." All right, and that's a representation, of what's going on now. All right, it says, this is Matthew 4:19, "And he said unto them, Follow me, and I will make you fishers of men." And that's what they did. What happened was the carnality way of fishing. All right, now to the spiritual way of fishing. These spirits are back on this earth doing a bidding of the Lord, which they was doing in their past lives, which the spirit of the prophets are subject to the prophets. All right, they still fishing man today. All right. And this is Matthew 4:20, "And they straightway left their nets and followed him." All right, so when they straightway left their nets, they left they left their original duty, what they was doing. All right, like when you come into the truth, you might have been doing this, pursuing this. This was your main active work, but then now you came into the truth, and now your main active work is being a fisher for Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right. Doing his will. Even you still got, your own little, worldly job, but, that's not your career. Your career is being a fisher for the Lord right now. All right. This is Matthew 13:47. All right, this is the parable. It says, "Again, the kingdom of heaven is likened to a net that is cast into the sea and gathered of every kind." All right. And the kingdom of heaven is us. All right. And I got precepts to back up these sayings. All right. The kingdom of heaven is us. All right. And the net is the internet. All right. Which was created for us to be part of this fishing. All right. It says that was cast into the sea, and the sea is the people. All right. And gathered of every kind, which is through the four corners of the earth, because we are going to spread everywhere. But going to this first precept, this is Luke 17:20. It says, "When he was demanded of the Pharisees, the kingdom of Yahweh should come, he answered them and said, The kingdom of Yahweh cometh not by observation." Meaning you're not going to just get the kingdom by just standing there, It says, don't only be hearers of the word, but doers, all right? So you got to do what the Lord commanded you to even receive the kingdom, all right? It's Luke 17:21, it says, neither shall they say, lo here or lo there, for behold, the kingdom of Yahweh Shai is within you. All right, so you got to bring out the kingdom. You got to use your call and make your call election sure. Because right now we just, being of the hopeful elect, So you just got to do what you got to do to make it. All right. This is Revelations 21:2. It says, and I saw John, and this is just going into, showing you what the kingdom of heaven is, which is us. It's Revelations 21:2. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband, because we are the Lord's bride. All right. And it says the city, the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming out of heaven, which means that's the elect. All right. Jerusalem is a people before it was a place. All right. So that's the kingdom. Okay. The house of David is the kingdom. All right. The 2 Ezra 6:20. All right. It says, and when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished, then will I show these tokens. The book. This is going into the net. All right. 2 Ezra 6:20. And when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished, then will I show these tokens, all right, which is these signs, all right. The books shall be open before the firmament, and they shall all see together, all right, that's YouTube, all right. You don't have to hop on a plane and go and prophesy right there in Zimbabwe or Ghana, it's right there. The elect is they're going to have some type of a device to be able to watch these videos, all right? Because it's a saying that's been going around that GMS has gone global, all right? And I'm not a part of GMS, but I'm just saying that's what's being said. And they haven't got on a plane and went over there. The sheep is scattered through the four corners of the earth. And if you're part of the Lord's elect, you're going to hear that voice. And whereas via YouTube or any other instrument of internet source, you're going to follow him, all right? And you're going to follow the correct doctrine, all right? That's why GMS has gone global, all right? Yeah, and it says they should all see together, which, like I said, this is YouTube, all right? They're learning and growing via YouTube, all right? Since 2007, all right? And they did what? Became fishers, and now where they at, they opening up little small sanctuaries, all right? Embassies, all right? For the Lord, man. We ambassadors, all right? For the Lord, all right? This is Revelations 17:15, all right? It says, and he said to me, the waters, all right, this is going into the people, all right, because the net gets tossed into the waters, and you got to pull the people out, all right? It says, and he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest, which the horse sitteth, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. Because like I said, we was you can go into Acts 2, it talks about that. And, the other scripture where it says we was mingled among the heathen, all right, and learned their works, meaning what? We took their customs, we took their women, and at a time after that, you end up looking like these other nations, all right? And that's why I said that. And I read it again, Revelation 17:15, and he said unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the whore that sitteth, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues, all right? And this should, and that's what the waters represent, all right? Isaiah 11:11, and it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord, shall set his hand against the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which were scattered through the four corners of the earth, all right? And his hand is Yahweh Shai, taken with it, which was his angels, all right? It says, which shall be left from Assyria, and from Egypt, and from Paphros, and from Cush, and Elam, and Shinar, and Hamath, and from the islands and the seas. And he shall set up an ensign, which is a sign, for the nations, which is the banner, which is these scriptures, was being brought out via YouTube through the holy prophets, man. For the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. All right. So that's why this net was tossed into the sea. That's why YouTube was created. The Lord put the mind on that. Whoever invented YouTube, he made the net. All right. Well, the official fishing instrument to gather the elect out of the sea. All right. This is Matthew 13:48. It says, which when it is full, all right, going back to Matthew, which when it was full, they drew to shore and sat down and gathered the good into the vessel, but cast the bad away. All right, so that goes basically to the other parable of the harvest. All right, the harvest is ripe. All right, this is Luke 14:21. So the servant that came, all right, because this goes into all right, the fishers. All right, because before you can even pull the net out, you got to have certain men to go even throw the net in. All right, this is Luke 14:21. So that servant came and showed his Lord these things. Then the master, okay, before, if you read up in this chapter, it goes into men that have made excuses, which really was just men that was called and didn't stay to do the work. All right. That couldn't endure the work that the Lord set in front of them, man. Or was just choked out by the cares of this world, and became unprofitable. All right. It says, Luke 14:21, so that the servant came and showed his Lord these things, all right, which this is the servant, which is a servant that was going to be doing his will, that's on it, that want to receive more shekels, Salakia talents, which will give him more power into the kingdom, all right? Because everybody going to be on certain levels, all right? But so this servant came and showed his Lord these things. Then the master of the house being angry, all right? The Lord said what? The scripture said what? Kiss the son, lest he be angry, meaning what? Do the work, all right? Or he going to be angry, meaning what? He going to kill you, all right? It says his angry, then the master of the house being angry said to his servant, go out quickly into the streets and lanes of the city and bring in hither the poor, the man, and the halt, and the blind. All right, the scriptures say our people are lost sheep. It also say we are sick and we was in need of a physician. All right, and that also going to the Israelite foreigners. All right, and also everybody, because we all became foreigners. All right, but when I said that, I was thinking about the time when he was there, on the scene, because it was basically, the Jews, well, the southern kingdom, right? That was basically thinking that was just only going to be about them, but no, it was the Lord had sheep not of this fold, all right, which was going to be over here in the Americas in this time, all right. So another prophesying had to happen, all right, in Rome all over again, all right. This is Rome all over again. The little horn that was wounded, and that came forth again. All right. So like it's Luke 14:22, and the servant said, Lord, it is done as thou hast commanded, and yet there is room. Luke 14:23, and the Lord said unto the servant, go out into the highways and hedges and compel them to come in, that my house may be filled. All right, and that's we rich in that time, that limit of the Lord's house being filled, man. Tars was said that he think the elect is just about sealed, man. Elder Apostle Tahar, Salaki. I'll just do that, Salaki. Elder Apostle Tahar. I was going to say that. All right, this is Luke 24. And Luke 14:24. For I say unto you that none of those men which were bidden shall taste of my supper, meaning the ones that didn't want to do the work or the ones that didn't want to hear the Lord, man. These 2/3, the ones in Proverbs 1, that it talks about. All right. or that when the Lord stretched forth his hand, meaning when when he called the prophets to you, all right, you turned away, all right. So you're gonna have to receive that judgment for turning away, man, for not doing His will, not coming into the supper. All right, this is Revelations 14:18. It says, "And another angel came out of the altar, which had power over fire, all right, which was one of the destroying winds, and cried with a loud voice, and cried unto him that had the sharp sickle, saying, Thrust in thy thrust in thy sharp sickle, and gather the clusters of the vine of the earth, and her grapes are fully ripe," which is the elect, all right. To back that up, 2 Ezra 9:21, "And I saw and spared it greatly, and have kept me a grape of cluster and a plant of a great people," all right, the large multitude, all right. And the separation is this Second Ezra 9:22, "Let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain," all right, which was the ones who didn't want to turn back to the Lord, man, that kept the land to turn back to the Lord, all right. "Let the multitude perish in that which was born in vain, and let my grape be kept," all right, which is the elect, "and my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect," man. Through all the trials and tribulations, that's making your body a living sacrifice and all that. That goes into the great labor, and you be coming out, being refined and being made perfect in the sight of the Lord's eyes, man. Because the Lord don't want no fucked up jewelry. You don't want no fucked up jewelry, man. We the child, we the spirits. We the children of the living God. So we gonna be like our Father, man. Don't ain't nobody wearing no fucked up jewelry, man. All right, the fucked up jewelry gonna forever sit in the drawer, man, until he feel like it's time to take it to get refined. But that also going to that everlasting shame, which ain't gonna last forever, but that's just what it is. Back to Matthew 13:49, it says, "So shall it be at the end of the world, the angels shall come forth and sever the wicked from among the just," which is the separation, the 2/3 that's among Israel. And then you got the wheat and the tares, the other nations that look like Israel, all right? Because the enemy, which he done this deceiving, man. He done what he was loosened to do. Done to do for this season, All right. This is Matthew 25:32, just backing up the precepts. It says, "And before him shall he gather all nations, and he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divideth his sheep from the goats." All right, the sheep is the Lord's elect. The goats is not, man. Verse 33, "And he shall set the sheep on his right hand." The right hand just represents just, all right, righteousness, all right. "But the goats," and the good side of the balance, all right. It says, "But the goats on the left," all right, which is the left hand is always represent wicked, and unjust balance, all right. It says, "Then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, Come ye blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundations of the world," because the elect is going to be the elect, because that's what they was ordained from the foundations of the world. Elder Apostle Tara was going into that. You can't change that, man. All right, the elect ain't going to lose oil, They're going to keep going, all right, no matter what. All right. Salakia. Revelations 19:20, it says, "And the beast was taken," and this still going into the severing, "and the beast was taken, and with him the false prophets that wrought miracles before him, which he had, false prophets is the Roman Catholic Church." All right. It says, with which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast, which is the charagma, all right, the all, that digital all right, and them that worship his image, all right, which the ones that Satan blinded the minds of the people that believe not, all right. So these are the people that are not of the elect, that don't have the faith, or didn't have the full faith, or stumbled at stumbling blocks, and Satan took away the word, which is the truth, all right. But the elect, is going to, like I said, have that oil. It's a scripture that says, hurt not the wine or the oil, roughly paraphrasing. But that goes into, if you got the oil and it's basically saying that you ain't going to be able to take it away. You can, that's another breakdown. We're about to finish this out. But it says, and the beast was taken, and with him the false prophets that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast, and them that worshipped his image. All right, these both were in this image. Really, the final part of the end is the new world order. All right, these both were cast alive into the lake of burning with brimstones, which is going to be these nuclear missiles, these intercontinental nuclear missiles, the beams from the chariot, all right, and that's what they're going to receive. They're going to receive the same judgment as the third part of man, all right. I believe you can read that either I think it's Revelations 9th or the 6th chapter, and I was just looking into that. But this is Matthew. I'll finish out Matthew 13:50. And shall cast them into the furnace of fire that shall be welling and gnashing of teeth, man, which is this judgment you're going to receive, all right? You're going to be burning the fuck up. You got various scriptures, man. Malachi, one of the Peters, the Lord gave the same visions to the prophets, but they just seen it from different angles, all right? And they seen people getting melted, man. Read Ezekiel 22:20, all right? But, man, Lord willing, this was edifying to the Lord's elect. Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahushua, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahushua, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahushua, Bahashim, Rahakwadash. The honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who teach and rule well, Kazak Shalom, to the brothers and a few sisters that's sincerely trying to learn and get edified to get yourself sealed and get up out of here, man. Shalom. Until next time, a Bible ball.